Hello everyone, there is a breaking news out here. Court affirms Julius Abure as Labour Party chairman as Peter Obi Governor Alex Otti suffer setback. This is according to Sahara reporters. Justice Wite on Tuesday delivered the ruling validating the Abure-led leadership of the party. Justice Wite have been found in a lot of rulings that are like, He was even the one, let me just check this, if I'm not mistaken, he was the one, a federal high court in Abuja has granted applications filed by the Nigerian police to remand 124 arrested End Bad Governance protesters for 60 days pending the conclusion of the investigation. Guess who was there? It was Justice Emeka Wite in separate rulings on ex parte motion moved by counsel for the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Mohammed, granted the interim order to remand the suspect until the conclusion of the investigation. Justice Wite equally ordered that the suspects, who are minors in the application, be remanded in Buster home of the Correctional Center pending the conclusion of the investigation. It is the same with, and there are other also cases. I saw a tweet where someone said something that, he was even the one that gave judgment that there shouldn't be a local government election in Rivers State, even though he didn't have the jurisdiction. I've not checked that one, but it's a tweet out there, and it's like, anything funny that's sort of like is going on in Nigeria. Okay, let's continue. He also validated the March 2024 no-away convention of the party that produced the national leadership while issuing an order compelling the INEC to recognize the leadership. The Nigerian courts honestly have turned into something else. Just a few days ago, we saw a place where court was actually telling the police not to provide security during Rivers State local government election. This is a court telling the police, telling an institution, a Nigerian institution, that they should not do what the Constitution has mandated them to do. Do you get it? Okay. Sahara reporters had on September 18th reported that the Julius Abure-led faction of the Labour Party accused the party's presidential candidate in the 2023 general elections, Peter Obi, and Abia State Governor Alex Otti, of betrayal. I think if they are talking about betrayal, who really is a betrayer here? Julius Abure will be able to say the faction led by Julius Abure will be the one saying someone has betrayed them. Really, I think they really need to go and reread what the word betrayer is really about. Abure camp had made the accusation after the Independent National Electoral Commission's INEC announced that it did not recognize Abure as the national chairman of the Labour Party. Sahara reporters had reported that in a counter affidavit filed by INEC at the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, the electoral body responded to a lawsuit by the Labour Party which challenged its exclusion from the Commission's refresher training for uploading party agents ahead of the Edo and Ondo governorship election. INEC had argued that the party's leadership, including Abure, was invalid and that the March 2024 National Convention that re-elected Abure as chairman violated both the Nigerian Constitution and the Electoral Constitution. How difficult is this? Why can't people just understand it? In this era, when we are thinking about how do we build Nigeria, how do we get Nigeria out of the quagmire that Nigeria currently is in, how do we get a nation that works for everyone? Everybody is suffering, and yet you have people who all they are interested in is to retain seat to sit on the table. Even if you are chairman, myself, your term has not expired, but maybe there's someone who can do a better job than you. Why can't you just resign and say, move this party forward? At the end of the day, we want a bigger, better, Labour Party. It's even if you're a member of this particular party, but it's bigger, it's better, it's out there, it's the ruling party. It's not that way more important than you being just chairman of one party that really nobody would know about. But here, the way people think it's always, quite differently. INEC had emphasized it only deals with parties that have legitimate leadership in place. The electoral body, through its legal team, led by Tanko Inuasan, also stated that the Labour Party's suit sought declaratory reliefs that could not be granted based on admissions alone. asserting that the party needed to prove its case. Due to the failure of the Labour Party to meet legal requirements for holding its national convention, INEC argued the party no longer had valid leadership. The commission had urged the court to dismiss the Labour Party's suit, maintaining the Labour Party is not entitled to the relief it is seeking. The Abure-led faction, in a statement issued by its spokesperson Abure had criticized those pushing for Abure's removal, saying that many lacked the funds to purchase nomination forms ahead of the 2023 election. So I don't understand what is bringing this. So okay, if somebody does not have the funds to purchase form, does that mean the person shouldn't have a mouth in the party, or a person is not a member of the party? Not everyone has to run for office. And what is all this about? Oh, you must have certain big amount that you use to purchase, nomination for. In countries where they do things right, why do you need some humongous amount to purchase a ticket when you're going in there to serve? Except, of course, if they say that most of the people that get into office, it's not about service, it's now business, because they use their money to get in there. It has also been reported in May that the Labour Party crisis deepened as a Federal Capital Territory High Court issued an order barring the national chairman of the party, Julius Abure, and the national secretary, Farouk Ibrahim, from parading themselves as national leaders of the party. Also restrained by the party from parading themselves as the national officers of the Labour Party are the National Organizing Secretary, Clement Ojukwu, and the Treasurer, Oluchi Okpara. I think Oluchi, they had already removed Oluchi. Oluchi was the one who brought, allegation of corruption and money mismanagement of Labour Party funds and all of that against the then Labour Party chairman Julius Abure, and they had suspended her, removed that, if I may recall. Recall that a post-election crisis rocked the party over the suspension of Abure by the Edo State, chapter of the Labour Party. Well, all of these are going on, and I think as Nigerians, you all know where the handwriting on the wall and whose hand is behind everything that is going on. I'm not going to mention names. I'm going to allow you to come to your own conclusion the way that you see fit. But I'm going to tell you something. If there's something that is being done, is to ensure that whatever options Nigerians will have in 2027, it's not there. And so anything that can be done to bring this party, down, Labour Party, for anybody that can be used, and people who allow themselves to be used will be used against it. But one of the things that I'll say to us as Nigerians is that, look, Labour Party was nothing until Peter Obi got in there, and within 7 months, see what Nigerians did to it. And so there's nothing that Nigerians cannot do, and there's no level that they cannot attain if we truly put our minds to it. And the main thing now is for me to say to every one of us, let's put our minds to this. Let's work. Forget all of these that are going on in Labour Party or whatever it is. Let's build ourselves into a formidable force that indeed, and we will be the deciders of how Nigeria exists and how Nigeria is governed. Thank you so much for watching.